Well, good day! For today, I'm gonna talk about the first cartoon appearance of Batgirl! Yeah! So, alright, let's go!
Yeah! So, we start off with some guy jumping into the river and him forgetting that he doesn't know how to swim. I guess that's the best way to find out, eh? Huh. So Robin, being the good guy that he is, he jumps into the river to save this guy from drowning. So he saved the day, right? Nope. This little act turns out to be the harbinger of doom. The river jumper was one of Joker's henchmen and Robin fell into Joker's trap. But how is saving the life a horrible thing for the boy wonder? Don't look at me, man, I don't know. Meanwhile, Joker is planning a heist at the toy show, which was kind of like the old Comic-Con back in the day, but the dynamic duo appear to stop him. They beat up Joker's jesters with toys from the toy show, and I'm sure they'll pay for the damages, right? But when the Joker is getting away, Robin uses his old batarang to stop him and, well, holy crap, he totally missed. Holy Shaquille O'Neal free throw shot, Batman. Unfortunately, much like Elvis, the Joker has left the building. Thank you very much. Which prompts Batman to say,
"Don't worry, old chum. We'll get him next time. I'm Batman."
But sadly, every next time goes from bad to worse. Every time Batman and Robin go after Joker, Robin completely screws up somehow. Even as bad as having Robin throw a bat smoke grenade in Batman's face, basically, right? Like, this is more than a streak of bad luck, man. There's really some bad voodoo going on here. And needless to say, Batman is pissed. So while the duo are hanging out with Commissioner Gordon, Batman and Gordon figure Robin should probably take a break for a while. You know, sit on the bench, keep it warm. Because lately, he sucks. And the daughter of Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, she overhears this entire conversation. So as Batman is running to the next crime strike from the Joker, Barbara leaps into action. She gets into her Batgirl uniform to give a lending hand, and after some really quick convincing, Batman takes her with him and leaves Robin in the dust, where he belongs at this point. And it's time for Batman and Batgirl to kick some Joker butt, right? Nope. Not even close, man. Both of these bat people get knocked out lickety-split and are tied to a giant clock, where they will be crunched into cogs at midnight. Meanwhile, at Wayne Manor, Dick Grayson and Alfred are checking out Robin's weapons in his utility belt to see what the heck is going on, you know? Maybe it's not him, maybe it's his equipment. And after inspecting all the stuff, they realize that all of his stuff has been sabotaged. The only way that this could have happened is that drowning man that Robin saved switched his utility belt with a faulty one. Like, what? But for real, like, what? Like, how the hell does that happen? How would Robin not feel some belt so snugly on him being detached and then reattached, basically? Unless the river water was so cold that it kind of numbed him, but even still, man, that's insane. Either way, he grabs his spare utility belt, which has, not been contaminated, and he goes to give a helping hand to Batman and Batgirl, which he does. He frees them from this clock cog, kind of a trap going on, and they're free. And together, the terrific trio beat the living crap out of Joker and his buddies, for good measure, and send them to jail. Hooray! So the day is saved, and it's all thanks to Robin. Yeah! And with that, that is the end of this Bat Tale.
And there you go, hey, that was actually a pretty good cartoon. Like, it was a pretty ridiculous premise, not gonna lie, but, they kind of stuck with it and they didn't really deviate too far from the concepts that they created. But one thing this episode does is really ask the question, what happens when a superhero is not up to task? Like, I guess with Robin, they showed that he got benched. Like, that's a pretty good start, but what if the poor superhero performance persists? Do you send them down to the minor leagues? Like, I guess in this case with Robin, it would be Teen Titans? Not for another 35 years from this point, Robin. So with the faulty utility belt, you know, it's kind of funny because you would think that Batman and Robin would check their equipment like pretty frequently, right? They're always tinkering on the Batmobile or something, making sure it all works good when they need it, but they're not doing that with their weapons and stuff like that. That don't make sense. At least Robin finally did take a look at the stuff, but that was like probably weeks or so well after the fact it really started going wonky on him, you know? And a utility belt with faulty weapons in it, like that's kind of an interesting plan on the Joker's part. If you're gonna go through all that trouble, why not just plant a bomb in the other utility belt and like get rid of your bat problems once and for all? As we've seen at the end of this episode, Joker was absolutely willing to kill his enemies, so like, why not with a bomb? But I guess he really did like the whole psychological warfare of making Robin go crazy and thinking that he was just not up to task. That is kind of Joker's way, I guess. And speaking of killing Batman, like, kudos to Joker for sticking around this time, you know? Like in the live-action Batman show, the villains would get Batman and Robin in a trap, and then they would leave and not actually see what happens to the dynamic duo. But in this episode, Joker stuck around to make sure that they were gone. And yeah, geez, it kind of sucks for Batgirl, you know? Like, she finally got her first break to kind of show Batman what she can do, and she almost got killed along with him, eh? Jeez, bad timing. But pretty awesome to see her kick some butt at the end of the episode anyway. So a short little kind of cartoon, but you know, actually it was pretty good, like I say, you know? So if you haven't seen it and you're a big fan of Batgirl, definitely check it out. And speaking of Batgirl, let's take a look behind the scenes and see what else we can find out about her, eh?
So yeah, Batgirl, eh? I would like to say the one and only Batgirl, but no. There were actually quite a few Batgirls. For example, Barbara Gordon was the second Batgirl. The first Batgirl was Betty Kane, and she was a sidekick for the first Batwoman. But these two characters, you know, were kinda silly, and they were basically just the love interests for the dynamic duo and couldn't really be taken seriously, right? So DC Comics wanted a seriously Batgirl, and they got her with Barbara Gordon. Her Batgirl first debuted in Detective Comics number 359 in 1967, in January no less. And she was pretty awesome and pretty well received, you know, from the get-go. Her being dressed up as Batman for a Halloween costume and caught in some crime-fighting kind of shenanigans. You know, the usual superhero origin story. But so popular was she that she was quickly added to Season 3 of the Batman live-action TV show in September of 1967. Like, crazy, right? Well, you know, kind of. And seeing as her introduction in the comics and in television, you know, happened so quick, there was always a question later on of, did she first appear in the TV show and then later in the comics? It kind of became a chicken and the egg kind of a story of, you know, where she first appeared. And it is kind of understandable, right? Like, we're only talking a 9-month difference, you know, from appearances in either medium, especially when you kind of consider the background of her creation. So the producer of the Batman show, William Dozier, he was talking with DC Comics of how he would like a new female Bat character for the show, and if, you know, they had any ideas or kind of, you know, what they were thinking of doing. So William, along with editor Julius Schwartz, writer Gardner Fox, and artist Carmine Infantino put their heads together and boom! Na-na-na-na-na! Batgirl was created! So while yes, you know, it was definitely a comic introduction first, it's still kind of muddled enough to be involved in the TV show. Which, you know, either way, man, is still pretty awesome because, like I say, I'm a pretty big fan of the character. And I guess with that Batman live action show, Batgirl's first cartoon appearance technically is in the opening credits of Season 3 there, but realistically, no. And seeing as this episode kind of revolves a bit around a utility belt, well, the utility belt itself first appeared in Detective Comics number 27 in 1939. And of course, that was the issue that Batman first appeared, you know, so goes to show how he was always prepared, you know, and he wants his Bat family to be prepared as well, so they all get their own belt too. And man, like, over the years, there have been so many things in the Bat belt, or the over-glorified Bat fanny pack. You know, Like, it's pretty amazing why he can stuff in there. You know, anything from, you know, batarangs, bat cuffs for later, bat rope, also for later, bat gas mask, bat bombs, the bat first aid kit, etc., etc. And most importantly, a bat kryptonite ring, you know, for the worst case scenario of what if situations, right? So the dude's totally prepared no matter what. But yeah, man, those are kind of the basics for this episode here, kind of things that were going on. So, yeah, I guess you're kind of caught up on some small things. Yay! But yeah, with this, that, those, and the other things, I guess, sir, that's that. Also, if you guys are interested, I created my own superhero show and I have the first episode out already. The Adventures of the Density. So if you guys would like to check it out, I'll have a link above here and a link at the end of the video for you to peruse there. Yeah, right on, and there you go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it as much as I did making it. Also, feel free to check out the source material that I featured in this video. And if you want to leave a comment on anything you may have liked or things I might have missed in this, you know, feel free to do so. Or anything else, you know, just to say hi. That's cool too. And other than that, you know, have a great day. Thanks.